Hey, what's up guys, this is Bellagio, and as mentioned earlier in my previous video, I will be doing the how to level up video for those of you that new to this game, can use this as a standard, or like can basically learn from me how I level up a unit. And I will use the new unit that I just pulled as an example. So we'll be using this guy, Brokey and Luffy and Brokey. So you go into unit, you press and hold on the new unit, then it will bring you this menu, and then this will be the icon where you want to click to power up. Of course, there are many, I would say there are many fields, categories that you can level up. So the first thing, level up EXP, you will come to this at the very last. Okay, the very first few level that you want to focus on is the unlock power. So I will go there, and you know, if it is just real quick here, there is a batch power up right here. I have never used it since it introduced it. Why? Because a batch level up is not giving the units everything that you want. You know, it's a little different. Okay, it's a little different, and that's why I don't like it that much. When I do batch power up, it's quick, it's fast, but it does not the unit does not turns out the way I would do it myself, and that's why I don't use batch power up. The only time that I would use batch power up is probably when I level up units that I don't care. Okay, and if you don't care about that unit, you're not gonna level up it. That's basically why I never use the batch power up. All right, so I would not, even if you are new players, I would not recommend you to just ignore it, to just use it. Just right now, do it yourself, and it's gonna bring out the best potential abilities from your unit. Okay, so the first thing I would do is I will go unlock the powers. So because it's Dory and Luffy, so anything that is considered Luffy is going to be showed up here, and I will use these Luffy. These Luffys are really, you know, meaningless. Dupes Luffy considered one of the tablet, the book. These books I'm talking about. These book. Okay. What is it called? Forbidden Tome. Yeah. So I'm gonna be using Luffy to clear out some of the. I'm gonna be using these Luffy, these dupes Luffy that mean nothing for me, as a, as a tome, one tome, and then it will clear out my slot. That's basically why I'm using it. And then the last thing is I will use this book. So let's see, let's count first. How many did I pick already? I think I picked 9. I picked 9 characters here. So I can pick book. As you can see, you can raise up to 50 as the maximum. But now since I already put 9 in there, so 50 minus 9, that's going to give us 41. So I'm going to reduce it down to 41 so that I don't put too much. And go. So new players, all the tomes, all the units ability, there are total of 10 unit abilities, which are these shown on here, and you can add 5 on each of them. That means what? That means you actually need what? 50. That's why. Yeah, you need 50. So maximum, you never ever exceed 50 tomes. Okay. That is why I count 9 Luffy plus 41 tomes. It's gonna give us 50. And if you do this at one time, in one time, it's gonna give basically this result, and you can pick them. Okay, you basically have the full board of everything. You can pick them, and usually when you pull, I mean, if you play this game from the very beginning, the 5 left abilities are considered the best since the very beginning of this game. However, as the game continue up to like 10, 11 years, 12 years now, upcoming 12 years, game has changed. And in my mind, in my opinion, this damage reduction does not give that much values anymore. Before, when the game started, we don't have that much of an HP. Our HP is considered really low. It's like 10,000 something. So having damage reduction makes sense at that point. However, now the game's like we are having a 100,000 HP when we have all the boosters. So damage reduction does not do anything good for us anymore. If the boss is going to kill us, it's going to kill us anyway, right? So in my opinion, you can get rid of that damage reduction. You don't need it. So let's consider the left hand side. What are considered very good as of now? I mean, what are considered could be useful in the future out of these 5 things? I said that's a tie between slot rate boost and, well, actually slot rate boost, I think it used to be really good, excuse me, but nowadays, the new units, recent units can give you full board of something easily, and that's kind of like reduce the values of this ability, slot rate boost. And there are many units that give like matching slot, even though it's not the colors that of that unit. And as a crew ability, it could give like matching slot to like the team as, yeah. And that being said, lower down the valuable of this ability. And what I see that comes in my mind that's turned out to be could be useful in the future is this poison resistance. Poison, hear me out, I think poison is considered one gimmick that that boss or enemies can put on the team. And if you're immune to poison, then you don't have to worry about it at all. And therefore, from my judgment, I think poison makes sense to have. We're not going to use it that much, but let's be clear, we are not going to use any of these 6 that much. But out of these 6, I think poison maybe have more chance in the future. It's considered one of the gimmick, and it kind of turn out more than compared to the other one here, the map damage resistance. You don't see map damage resistance coming out in the new content that much. In the past year, you don't see it at all, actually. So that's why I would say I would value poison's resistance more than anything else on this, on this side. Therefore, I would pick these 5. You don't have to do the same as me, but I would strongly say that keep these 4 for sure. Okay, the other one, it's your choice. You can pick. You can continue picking damage reduction. You can choose slot rate boost, or you can pick the same as me, or you can pick other as well. Resilience is actually not a bad choice either. Okay. But as of now, this is what I'm going to pick. Okay, so choose that. Now, move on to the next one. What would I level up? The next one that is important is special level. Always level up special level to the max if you can, regardless of what unit it is. Special level is the max. However, if you look into your materials, you want to optimize what materials that you should be using. So since the introduction of co-op, then these book has become the color book has become more and more valuable. Therefore, you don't want to waste it on a special level up. You want to be using this random book. In my opinion, it's better. And this I just keep it for for the heck of it. But you want to use this. And the first time I said, now we don't, it's level 1 right now. What I would do is just give it 10 and see where we at after that. And you can always hit skip. Okay, we are at 4. Usually it takes about 6 to get level max. Okay, it takes about 6 level. Therefore we only 2 away, and that means the next time I'm going in, I'm gonna just reduce from 10 to maybe 6 or 7, something like that. And let's see if we can max this. For special level up, what is the maximum, what is the ratio? I said about 50%, the successful percentage. That's why I know that I have 2. Maybe I should be able to put just 4, but just to be sure, I add a little bit more. So now that is max. We move on to the next category. The stat, this is cotton candy. I said do it if you have enough cotton candy, but it's not a must, okay? It's not a must, but do it as long as you have enough cotton candy. So I have a lot of cotton candy, so and that's for me, my case, I would do it regardless, no matter what. But for you as a new players, you might not collect a lot of cotton candy yet, so keep cotton candy for Super Sugo Fest unit only, okay? Prioritize your materials for Super Sugo Fest legends, and then anniversary legends, and then it could be other legends, okay? Those 2 come first. Then for support effect, this is not priority, okay? It's not priority. You don't have to. And I would say, even if you are veteran players, keep the support materials. These materials here are used a lot in co-ops, so keep them for co-op units. When co-op has started, when you figure out what unit that you want to bring it, use as a co-op captain, then you can spend material on that unit. Keep this for now, not until you really need to use the support effect of the unit. What is the support effect? You can check it here. You can go here, and then as you can see here, my support is still unlocked. However, you can click on it to see what it actually do. So it support on Dori, Oimu, and Kashi, which means only 3 characters, nothing else, meaning very limited. Therefore, you don't really need to hurry up and level it up, but just read it through real quick. It's not bad. It said at start of Battle 2, reduces support character special shot time by 3 turns, and that's quite a lot, okay? And then change support character slot to recovery. That's pretty good as well. However, it's only limited to 3 characters, Dori and Kashi and Oimu, which I think is quite too limited, and I don't like it. Therefore, I'm not going to level it up, support effect. I'm going to skip it for now. Potential ability, this one I need to talk about. So potential ability, let's go back to the unit real quick. These are the potential ability, these 3. As you can see, it's still locked. And when you go level up your potential ability, this right here, you click on it, you will see that there will be, sometimes you will see potential ability that you have a lot of tablet. For example, in this case is the barrier pierce, this one. And then the next one is P critical, perfect critical. I only have 107. And then the last one, which is the final tap, I only have 3. Therefore, as mentioned, priority, first priority is Super Sugo Fest unit. Second priority is anniversary unit. And then you can the third one is just normal legend. It doesn't matter, it's Kizuna or TM or end of month batch. They're all considered normal legend for me. And if I have to think about what potential ability I would upgrade, this depends on how much materials much resources you have. So you want to keep this. This is, I consider, golden tablet. You want to keep golden tablet, prioritize them for the Super Suko Fest only. Okay, you don't want to use it on any other units unless you're gonna use that unit on the Super Boss Kizuna. Okay, and then this one here, I'm gonna keep it for now. I don't know how good this unit is going to be used in the future. As mentioned, these two units are considered Luffy and also Usopp, and they are giants. And then the chips give us requirement of 3 giants. So at this point, I don't see the significant necessity of making them very good right now. Okay, it's just telling me that Bandai is cooking something, but it's not done yet. They're just, here we are cooking something, but this is the order. This is the appetizer. Just have it for now, but then the big thing is coming later. Okay, so as of now, I'm just gonna level up this first. So the first time you're leveling up, just give it max and see where we're at. Level up potential ability is considered one of the hardest leveling up criteria. As you can see, I gave them 10, but only 2. I only level up 2, so it's quite hard. But since I have abundant of this, I'm gonna give them another maybe 8 this time. Let's see how lucky we are at. Sometimes I give 10 and I get 5, level up max in just one time. So I don't know. See, I give them 8. It's just level up by 1. So at this point, I'm gonna give, let's say, give 5 to them and see if we can level up the last one. Oh, and also another very good information. If you have the exact same duplication, exact same dupe, you feed them to the same unit, you will get one of this. You can pick one of this socket. You can level up, and of course you have to pick the golden tab, which is the final tab in this case for this unit. And at the same time, that dupe, it's gonna level up every categories. It will level up special by 1. It will give you one, basically the ability, the potential ability, and then it will give, sorry, not potential, the unlock power, the socket. Yeah, just 1. So it's not that much. The values of dupes on Tome compared to Tome is not much, but compared to support effect, compared to potential ability, is incredible. It's really high, very good. All right. Now we'll level up to potential. We go to Rumble ability. Rumble stat. I'm going to give you a number. I want to basically max Rumble ability. So this is the red unit, strength unit. So the best is to use this basically same color of the scroll. And this scroll here, I don't use it that much anymore. Now I'm kind of like using this scroll instead, rainbow version, because it can be used in any color. And as you can see, I have abundant of them compared to, distinct colors. So I'm gonna use this one, which is equivalent to this one. Okay, and remember this number. This is the highest scroll rumble that will give you experience, the highest amount of experience. So I'm gonna use this and move the number to 24. Okay, 24. That's the magic number. Select. Then use the lower one, which is this one, and that's equivalent to this one. Okay, so I'm going to use this one. What is the number? 42. It's just swapping the number 24 to 42. Come on. Okay, there you go. 24, 42. And then I'm using this version now. The lowest amount of experience it gives. And I'm going to be choosing number 34. Okay, 24, 42, and then 34. Remember these combinations. At the end, you will have 294, 300. And that's what you need. Right. Is it 34 or 32? I'm not sure, but something around that. Now that making a video make me nervous, and I got super success. So all of this, you get 73. You can level up 73 by just all these, okay? So this should give you the exact number to level up everything. Nah? You don't have any more left. The Rambo experience left is 0, and everything here you max them out. So remember the combination 22, 42, 34. Okay. Now we will come back to the Hime total. Okay. I have a rule on putting Hime. As you can see here, I don't use distinct color anymore. I don't even collect them, but they are there. I mean, if I need to use them, I will use them. But mainly, I'll be using this Hime Turtle, the rainbow version. This is the highest. It's the highest. It's the version that gives you the highest amount of EXP. And then, but I'm not going to use them until that unit is 130 level. It's just for me, because if you use them, it's just too much. That means you will never get to use these things. So the next is the elder totals, and then the I want to say the teenager total, because there's the baby one version. So I'm gonna be using the teenager version, and you will need. I don't really count too much, you know. Nowadays, I just gonna put it. My rule is the first 130 level of the units, I will be, you know, spreading out between the teenager turtle, the elder turtle, and maybe other type of level up. Oops, sorry. I should have said yes on that. Yeah, other type of level up materials like this trims, you can use them as well. Keep in mind that the maximum cap is 9999, so you cannot have any more any more than that. That's why I need to keep using them as well. Can't just let it, you know, let it max. But yeah, but the Hime is the one that you kind of want to farm, especially on PKA. Okay, so we're still missing some of the turtles to make it max. Okay, so I'm just gonna add a little bit. See, now if I add 5, it's gonna exceed what it needs. So I'm gonna lower down 1. Oh, too much now. See, I put 1 is already exceed, so I'm gonna come down to maybe this version of shrimp, of lobster. 1 is good. And then finally, if you have this manual thing, we don't use them anymore. It's their values has dropped significantly since the game has, you know, improved to this point. So we don't really need them anymore, and I'm going to be trying to use them to get rid of a slot. Okay. And then lastly is going to be the limit break, guys. This limit break here is quite annoying since they updated, because nowadays you get less and less training drink large version. Before there were abundant of them you can farm from TM. Nowadays you can't pick them up anymore from the chests in TM. Therefore it's everyone is draining this slowly. Okay, so yeah, you don't have to. I mean, in my opinion, I think we might have to start prioritizing what limit break units that we are going to feed. But I think these 2 units, I'm going to be using them in Rumble, and therefore I'm going to have to feed them a limit break. So limit break material can be obtained by farming treasure map. Okay, and you can trade in treasure map as well. You can also trade in Rayleigh bar. Yeah. With this being said, I'm gonna be done with level up the units. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Hope it's not too long. And if you have any questions, those of you who are new players, you have any questions, feel free to shoot me, give me a questions, or request me of what type of video you want me to do, so that I can share my experience with you. And hopefully you enjoy the game, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.